I got a real simple question. You buying this stuff? You buying this stuff? You know, we've been talking about this Tesla cyber truck dude, but nobody's talking about the other feller. Remember this one? You know who he is? The Shamsud-Din Jabbar. Now they're saying that the use of his explosives, of this compound called arsalt, is in the terror attack, has drawn significant attention, particularly due to its unusual appearance in a domestic incident. And the word use might be a stretch. It was more like found. He didn't use anything. He drove a truck. It's horrible. He radicalized into ISIS and left some videos, and it was a truck. Walks around with meta glasses, scoping everything. He drove a truck. I'm not trying to minimize it, but I'm reading all these stories. Now, while this arsalt is often described as rare, a more accurate characterization is that it's been rarely used outside of the Middle East. And it wasn't used here. The compound has seen a notable, they say, frequency of use in that region where it's valued for its performance, which nearly matches that of RDX, which is the primary component of military-grade C4. And unlike many improvised explosive devices, arsalt is relatively easier to synthesize, but it requires a blasting cap to detonate. Simple ignition methods, like a fuse, won't work. And it's highly unlikely that the now very dead and unavailable for comment suspect Shamsud-Din Jabbar stumbled upon arsalt by chance or through casual research. Wait a minute. You don't think maybe it wasn't really his, do you? Or that it was left to make it look like? Nah, that will come crazy. Because, you know, the synthesis and handling of arsalt, and I've done my research, require a level of expertise suggesting formal training. Now, this raises serious questions about where and how Jabbar acquired such knowledge. Now, while the compound has not been documented in terror attacks in the U.S. or Europe, its use here points to a level of sophistication that aligns more with organized training than self-taught experimentation. And some experts are speculating that Mr. Jabbar may have been trained by an instructor with a chemistry or explosives background. Possibly somebody with an academic or clandestine setting or something. Remember, this guy was not even assigned to this. But the question remains, why didn't he use it? As in detonate or explode it. Wait, you don't think this is some psyop false flag? Oh, no, stop it. What am I, crazy? Am I nuts? Now, given his military background, which focused on human resources and IT, Jabbar's expertise with arsalt likely came from sources external to his official service. Now, whether his knowledge came from exposure to overseas environments or covert instruction or some special ops interactions or whatever, with individuals proficient in IEDs, that remains an open question. And this revelation further underscores the potential for trained individuals, others. I mean, if he didn't do it, and it seems all likelihood he didn't do it, it seems like maybe somebody else did. Does this make any sense? What is this story? And did you see the way they went through? Was a problem? Here it is. Here's his place. They're making it real clear that it was ISIS, at least according to the flag. Now, how does this thing work? It's very interesting because the rule is, and I've told you this for years, when Democrats are in charge, the bad guys, the overseas guys, Or excuse me, I kind of gave away the story. The boogeymen are foreigners. Strike that. When Democrats are in charge, I got to get my story straight. When Democrats are in charge, it's all homegrown. And the reason why I'm confused, I'll give you an example. When it was the Branch Davidians in Oklahoma City and Timothy McVeigh and Randall Weaver and all that, they were the militia types, the ex-military with their, remember the what was that? All these various memoranda that said for people to be on the lookout for a lot of flags and constitutions and Tea Partiers. Well, that's Democrat. Republicans love bad guys to be foreign, to be elsewhere, to be from other countries and the like. But this is interesting because you've got a foreign dude, at least in Jabbar, but you have somebody who was in the military. And as far as the Las Vegas case goes, I don't even know what that was about. What's the purpose? You did all that and you wanted to go on the show, or it ends up on the Sean Ryan show, tossed aside like another lunatic? That makes nothing. Ostensibly, he wasn't insane. His priorities may have been screwed up. But to give his life for nothing? See, you buying any of this stuff? The story doesn't make any sense. But guess what? Mainstream legacy media, they're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to do anything to get to the bottom of this. They're not going to answer or ask any questions. They're not going to do it because it's who they are. They don't do this. They don't care. And I've been through the story of it's funny how that, the most indestructible stuff is not steel or wood or whatever. It's passports. My God, you can put that thing on a blast furnace and it never loses its shape or identity. Think about this. I think about one more thing. 87% of those individuals who watch my videos don't even subscribe or get unsubscribed. So you make sure you do it. If you like my content and you like my spunk and you like my verve and you like my direction. So like this, subscribe, and comment as you see fit.